Cuba, it's me, and welcome to episode 366 of The W.I.L.L.I.W Show, which stands for Wrestling is Life, Life is Wrestling. This is season 2, the reboot, and it's been 3 years and 3 months since I did it, and I couldn't think of a better way to kick off the new season with Andrew Davis. How you doing?
Good, man. You?
I've been really good. What do you been like? It's been like a year and a half since I saw you. What have you been up to pass the time without wrestling?
Surviving this whole situation we're all in, I guess.
Nice. Do you still think about wrestling, or is that even? Or
Yep.
you been keeping like trying to distract yourself and not think about it?
No, I'll still think about it, watch it from time to time, but yeah, it'd be better if we could get in a ring sooner than later.
So you're not one of those ones that's like given up, like it's been too long, I'm just retired now kind of thing. You're itching to get back into it, or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you said you watch it a little bit. Like, what would you say you'd watch? Like, do you keep your eye on any particular programs or any of that kind of stuff?
I like old stuff, so I'll watch stuff through the 70s, 80s, stuff like that. That's what I'm into more than anything else. Yeah.
I kind of always you were always kind of that style wrestler to me also as well. Like you feel like you could be like, or I feel like you could be like a journeyman type working the territories back in the day. And if anyone who doesn't know you, you've been wrestling in Ontario, I'd say, whoa, like 15, 16, 17 years now.
Yeah. 2000, I guess 4 or 5, I started wrestling. Yeah. Like I made my debut. Yeah.
Jeez. And what drove you to get into wrestling around that time?
I grew up loving it. Never knew, like most people, didn't know like how the heck do you get into that kind of thing. And then, I was in my last year of high school. My brother, I have an older brother. He came home and it was just Sunday, sometime on a Sunday. He's like, guess what I did last night? What? I saw a wrestling show. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that thing you love? I went to a wrestling show. Like,
was this Niagara Falls, or?
This was Niagara Falls, yeah, at the Polish Hall. So he went to
Neo Spirit?
It was before that. It would have been Fighting Spirit.
Oh, wow.
Became Neo. So I was like, what are you talking about? And I found the next show and went, and my life was over from that moment.
Do you remember anybody that was on those cards back then? Because I trained with a few people that would have been doing those. I know Super K, who we both wrestled, did some of those shows back then. I think he was in a tag team with Eric Stream or something like that.
Yeah.
So Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, we want the goods from you.
I remember. Well, my brother. This was the funny part, because I had no clue. I didn't know what independent wrestling was. I didn't have a clue. I knew WWF, WCW. That was the main thing I knew. So I was like, who is there? He's like, show something. And I was like, to me, I'm thinking like the showstopper, Shawn Michaels. And he's like, I don't know. And he describes his outfit, which Showtime's outfit was like a ripoff of Shawn Michaels' outfit. And we're like,
right.
I'm like, Shawn Michaels was in Niagara Falls? I don't understand.
Yeah, Showtime Eric Young, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And so you were like, oh, like maybe I can do this then too, if these like guys are doing this too, or?
Yeah, we went, and I think I went twice. The second time I went, there was those pamphlets on the chairs saying, if you think you're whatever, good enough or able to do this, whatever. And it had then it became Neo Spirit, the Neo Spirit dojo at the time. And I was with my friend, and we were like, let's go. We have to do this. There was no turning back.
That's like crazy, man. And I remember I met you in 2006 for the first time. It was a PWA show in Niagara Falls, and you wrestled Gaza Coleman. And that was the first time I met you. But like, did you have any other sports backgrounds? Like, were you into, I know you are now, but like, did you do anything else growing up as a kid that made you somewhat athletic, or?
I grew up playing hockey and baseball, but it was just like minor league. Nothing, I didn't make it. Nothing too competitive.
Man. So how was the training initially for you at the beginning there? Like, did you take to it right away, or you almost quit, or?
Well, I went. So I don't know how long you want me to go. I can go long-winded, or I'll give you the Coles notes. So me and my friend who were at the school, or at the show, wanted to go, but we realized we were maybe not in the greatest shape. And his mom worked for a chiropractor who had some affiliation with a gym, like a weightlifting gym. So
Yeah.
she actually got us a trainer to get in shape for wrestling. And that trainer, we told her like, well, yeah, we're going to get in shape to be pro wrestlers. And she said, where are you going? And we said, oh, this school in town. And she said, well, why would you go there? Why wouldn't you go out to Calgary with the Harts? And we were like, what are
Yes.
you talking about? And she knew Bruce Hart. So long story short, we ended up going to Calgary.
Oh, really?
And
You and
then,
your brother? Sorry?
not my brother, this is a friend of mine. We went out to Calgary, and I'll go short and you can dig deeper if you want. It was not what we anticipated it was, which
Right.
led to me coming home. And then at first I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do it. And then just kind of like took maybe 2-3 months. I started getting the itch, and I was like, well, I didn't try that other school out. Maybe I should try that one. And then I ended up there.
Man, you must have had a good job. You were willing to pay a personal trainer to train you to get in shape for wrestling school?
Well, we had a deal with my friend. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And it seems like with the lack of wrestling, like we've been really hit hard in Ontario. Like some of the states are doing wrestling now, and I know like out west in Canada and out east, they've done some shows and stopped and started again and stuff like that. But I feel Ontario's one of the hardest hit for lack of wrestling in the last like I don't even know how long it is now. But what was the point I was trying to make? That's a good thing. I could probably remember what the question was. Oh,
I
so
think we're moving to Florida. That's what you're saying. We're
no,
moving to Florida.
is every wrestler has a podcast now, and I don't see you on a lot of them. You're not a big social outgoing media personality type. Why is that?
That's probably just more my personality. I'm pretty introverted. So, I mean, I have a Facebook account and Instagram, but especially without wrestling, what am I going to post about?
But even
No.
when you did, I remember talking to you in Guelph there. Like you're not like one to share a lot of your pictures. And like, I'm like, do you watch your matches back? And back then you're like, maybe now you have, but back then you were like, no, not really. Like,
That is my worst nightmare, watching myself wrestle. No.
really? But it seems like you've always been like the type that's not in it for, I forgive me if I'm wrong, but I kind of got the impression you're not really in it for the accolades. You're in it because you love doing it. You're not in it to brag or show off to anybody that you're a wrestler or prove anybody wrong. It seems like you just love doing it. Is that
Yeah, for sure.
accurate?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when I started, there's obviously aspirations to do different things with it, but if you're around it for this long, you just need to love being in the ring, right? So it's definitely a happy place for me, just enjoying the time. So I think I don't know. I don't know about you. I've been through a stage of like, oh, this blows, this sucks. I don't know, but you get to a point where like, if we're not having fun, why are we doing this? So I don't know. The last 5-6 years of wrestling were probably my favorite years. Just going out, having fun, and having no stress about it. So, but yeah, there's definitely no proving anything to anybody. It's just having fun in the ring, right?
And I feel like anybody who knows you is going to be like, oh, he's such a great guest to get. Because I don't know anyone that doesn't have respect for your in-ring. But I feel like me as well, we've gone through different stages in our career. I feel like at the beginning, you were so technical, and then you went through like a strong style type phase. And then, like you said, recently, you kind of let your guard down and did some silly stuff that you weren't known for earlier in your career.
Yep.
But do you like combining all three? Is there a particular one you like, or like you said, it's just about having fun now? You know, you're not making millions of dollars. You're just gonna enjoy your experience.
Yeah, I think it's about having fun, but what having fun means can be different for the crowd and for who you're in the ring with, right? So, like, it's fun to make people laugh in the ring, but also depends on who you're in the ring with. That's it, and what kind of crowd you're there for. If you're at a fair show and you can get away with 70s wrestling, then I'm going to love every second of that. If you need to do more of the, as you call it, strong style stuff, like I love that too, but you could just do it with, depends on who you're in the ring with, and just that makes it fun, right?
Yeah, it's like a good playlist or music mixtape or something. You kind of want to have a little bit like an upbeat song and a slow song and whatever else. And one of the rare things you did post, this might be a year ago now, you were doing some kind of squat challenge. What was that? That was for like a charity or something, or?
Yeah. Well, when this whole thing started, everyone, like with the with the hospitals and the nurses and everything, people were saying we're low on we were low on PPE and everything like that. And
Right.
this was at the time where we were going to be 3 weeks. so I
Yes.
was,
Yes.
at that time, I was like, what am I going to do for 3 weeks? Oh, okay. So I reached out to, it was with Rock Solid Wrestling. They wrestle up north more. And I just gave them an idea of doing that. So we was basically squatting, doing 100 one day and 200 the next, and did 1,000 10 days later. And then we just posted that and tried to get people to do it with us, and then also donate to the hospitals in the area.
Yeah, you've always been someone that I admired, like how you've always took care of your body and worked out. And at one point, I don't know, because like I said, we don't talk often. You had a gym. Do you still dabble in that at all, or?
Yep. Yeah, I still own my business. It's I train people for a living. Obviously that's been on and off all year, but making do, doing stuff on Zoom and outdoors now. So yeah,
Yeah, and
that's something
hopefully
I
it'll
fell in
pick
love
up
with.
now with the warmer weather. Is there like can people get in touch with you if they want to do that? And you're based out of Guelph, or where is that?
Yeah, based out of Guelph. So my real last name Golly's Performance Center is in Guelph, and that's what I do. There, I've just got a small studio I rent out.
Is there like a website or like social media stuff
Yeah,
like that?
Instagram, Golly's Performance Center. I'm much more active on that than I am on Davis.
Nice. So if anyone, we're gonna wrap it up here, part one. I hope everyone likes it. If you would be open to coming back on again, I could ask some guest questions, and maybe like the people that watch this one could say, "Oh, Elian, why didn't you ask about that?" I really didn't want to deep dive into things. I just kind of wanted to do a basic thing, but I don't know. Would you be up for ever coming on the episode again, or?
Yeah, man, anytime.
All right, and so we'll try and put a graphic, but it's Golly's Gym.
Golly's Performance Center.
Golly's Performance Center. So I'll put up a thing with that as well, and get your questions in, and we'll do a part two. I really appreciate you coming on, man. I know, like I said, I know you don't do a lot of these, or that I've seen anyway.
Yeah, my pleasure. You're the first podcast I've been on.
Wow. Everyone's going to be hitting you up now that they know you're open to it, but I was the first. There you go. So this is all for episode 366 of the W.I.L.L.I.W Show. I couldn't think of a better guest, Andrew Davis. Remember, like, or you get a leg drop. Comment, or you get a clothesline. Share, or you get a suplex. And subscribe, or you get a sleeper. Let's do wrestling, Cuba.